Good evening, everyone, and thanks for joining us tonight on your Tuesday. I'm Sophie Erber.
And I'm Tim Seaman. Every year, millions of men and women, as well as children, are trafficked worldwide, including right here inside the United States. And now the U.S. Committee for Refugees and Immigrants is working with the Catholic Charities of the Diocese of Sioux City to help victims resettle their lives. It's an important note that human trafficking can happen anywhere, and victims can be of any age and any gender. According to the U.S. Committee for Refugees and Immigrants, labor trafficking makes up 70% of human trafficking worldwide. Meanwhile, sex trafficking makes up roughly 30%. KCAU 9 News reporter Lydia Vasquez joins us live in the newsroom. She explains how the program will now assist Siouxlanders and also how you could spot human trafficking right in your own community. Lydia?
The program allows undocumented immigrant victims of human trafficking work to get a visa and remain in the United States for up to 4 years. The director of Catholic Charities says the goal is to help survivors resettle their lives. As a provider for the Trafficking Victim Assistance Program, Catholic Charities works with immigrants who are being trafficked in the United States for up to a year.
We work with these individuals to provide them case management services while they're going through this process. So working with them to make sure they have a stable place to live, medical assistance, food sometimes, all of those different, their basic needs are being met.
The director of Catholic Charities, Amy Block, says it's common for immigrants to work long and unusual hours without pay, which is another form of human trafficking.
They are coming to the United States for a better life.
Robin McGinty is the executive director of Safe Place. She says the majority of victims Safe Place deals with are immigrants.
They're coming here on the promise of a job or a relationship, someone that they have a relationship with. And then when they get here, it turns out to be something completely different. And that person is holding their passport or their immigration papers, so they're not able to leave that situation freely.
McGinty says human trafficking isn't something that only happens in bigger cities. It can happen close to home with an intimate partner or a relative. She adds there are key indicators to look out for if you or someone you know is being trafficked.
They appear very fragile. They've been very isolated, maybe afraid to speak up for themselves. They may not look you in the eye. They may appear very disheveled. They probably haven't had the opportunity to take care of themselves. Maybe they've been malnourished, so they may be very thin.
The director of Catholic Charities says the goal is to offer stability and emotional support. We'll have a list of all the signs and ways you can spot human trafficking on our website, SiouxlandProud.com. Just click on the featured content tab. Reporting live in the newsroom, Lydia Vasquez, KCAU 9 News.
All right, thanks, Lydia. Northwest Iowa emergency personnel are on the scene tonight of an apparent grain elevator explosion happening late this afternoon in the small Clay County community of Royal at the Ag Partners facility there. Now, so far, there are no word of injuries, but witnesses tell KCID Radio the explosion could be felt throughout their downtown area. We have a news crew headed to Royal, and we'll update this developing story coming up tonight at 10. Meanwhile, Sioux City fire crews were called to the 2900 block of 3rd Street after a neighbor reported a fire. The call came in around 4 o'clock this afternoon. No reports of injuries at this time. The cause of the fire is still under investigation.
It doesn't look like a petition drive aimed at legalizing casino gambling at horse tracks in Nebraska will be on the ballot in November. Nebraska's Secretary of State ruling the 3 initiative petitions by Ho-Chunk Inc. do not comply with the single subject rule in the Nebraska Constitution. The Secretary calling the language used in the petition misleading and confusing. Ho-Chunk and its partners launched a signature campaign back in April, working to collect enough signatures to get the measure on the November ballot. Nebraska lawmakers have repeatedly rejected measures to legalize casino gambling. Ho-Chunk CEO Lance Morgan telling us that he sees today's development as political in nature.
They've had this language for 15 months, and the timing of the challenge seemed calculated to sort of stall things. We have 475,000 signatures. That's Secretary of State Evans only got 406,000 to get elected, right? So to deny that, the rights of that many people, Nebraskans, when to sign it seems unfair and a little bit of a legal reach.
Morgan tells us he expects to have a legal challenge filed in the next 24 hours. Another 24 hours of heat right here in Siouxland. That is for sure another cooker outside.
It is. Let's check in now with Chief Meteorologist Scott Larson for the latest look at your hot forecast. Scott?
Tim and Sophie, another really hot day in Siouxland today with high temperatures getting back into the 90s across the map. We do still have a heat advisory also, as you can see, for parts of northwest Iowa and then into southeast South Dakota, with the exclusion of Union County. That's going to be lasting until 8 o'clock this evening. As we move forward through time here in our heat index forecast, it's likely that tomorrow will be just about as hot, and we'll crank things up even further on Thursday with a feels-like temperature of 100 degrees in Sioux City on Thursday afternoon. Thankfully, there is some relief in sight. We'll let you know when that comes our way, coming up in the full 9 on 9 forecast. Tim?
Eager to hear about that. Thanks, Scott. Well, tonight, Iowa Governor Kim Reynolds will address the Republican National Convention. But this afternoon, the governor toured small businesses, the Czech Village neighborhood of Cedar Rapids. That area was ripped apart by last week's hurricane-force winds. Reynolds says that her remarks, to be given remotely from Des Moines tonight, will highlight how President Trump has helped the state during these recent disasters.
And while in Cedar Rapids, the governor also was asked if she's concerned tonight about the impact college students who are sometimes not following health guidelines may have on their communities. Large bar crowds have already been reported in Iowa City and in Ames.
Well, we're always looking at that, and I'm concerned about that, and that's why we really, enforced the rules that were on the book. We're meeting with Dr. Badati tomorrow. We meet at least a couple times during the week, and we'll take a look at the data, and if we need to make some adjustments, we'll do that. We can contain and manage the virus so that we can keep these facilities open.
Now, Iowa State University and the University of Iowa report more than 100 confirmed cases each just a week after welcoming students back onto their campuses. Let's take a quick look now at the COVID-19 numbers here across Siouxland. In Woodbury County, health officials reporting 24 new cases. That's with 16 people currently hospitalized due to coronavirus. In Nebraska, nearby Dakota County listing 9 new cases. State officials there currently tallying more than 31,000 total cases.
And in South Dakota, Union County shows 26 cases tonight. Yankton County reporting 43 as well. Iowa's governor, meanwhile, allocating millions in federal funding to Iowa farms and agricultural programs to offset the impact of COVID-19. $100 million in federal CARES Act relief funds set to be distributed to Iowa's agricultural industry. The largest share of that funding, $60 million, targets livestock producers. You can read how the rest of the funding will aid Iowa's ag sector, including biofuels producers and meat processing programs, on our website. That's SiouxlandProud.com. You can also take a look at the KCAU 9 News app.
Well, school bells were ringing this morning, a welcome sound for many, the official welcome for some Sioux City Community School students. Heading
back to class for in-person learning here. It's been a long summer for school district administrators have been planning this fall semester. Today, half of the student body that is choosing to learn in class started the new year.
It feels like the first year all over again, and I have heard that from teachers who've taught 20 years, teachers who've taught 30 years. It feels like the first year of school again.
The head of Sioux City Community Schools says that as long as things go as planned, they will be able to switch to an all-student in-person teaching formula by September the 8th. Another Siouxland school is offering up a very unique lesson this week.
That's right. The Sioux City Special Troopers Adapting Riding School has a guest teacher who specializes in horse massages. I've never heard of this before. Find out why this hands-on therapy helps both the horse and the rider. It's right now on our website. That's at SiouxlandProud.com, or check out the free KCAU 9 News app. I guess horses have muscles too. Why not?
Big muscles, as a matter of fact.
Yeah, and they work a lot.
Well, the COVID-19 pandemic, of course, has many Americans struggling in the pocketbook.
So right now, one man is helping hundreds in his community by handing out $100 bills. We have that story coming up.
And extreme heat, that's the name of the game in the weather department, at least for a couple more days, but it will become cooler this weekend. We're also tracking some slight rain chances. We'll fill you in on when those arrive in the 9 on 9. That's up next.
You're watching KCAU 9 News with Tim Seaman, Sophie Erber, Chief Meteorologist Scott Larson, and Sports Director Jake Jones. This is KCAU 9 News at 6.
Tonight, Donald Trump and the Republicans take center stage as Eric Trump and Melania Trump make the case why his father and her husband deserves a second term. It's the Republican National Convention, streaming on ABC News Live and tonight on ABC.
What? Well, as the temperatures across Siouxland climb to nearly the century mark, of course, there's discussion. How hot is it? The age-old question, some of those different tricks you can play. Oh, yeah. We always say, like, can you actually fry an egg on the sidewalk or bake cookies in your car? We found out today, as you're about to see here. We tested that age-old adage. We put these cookies on the dash of one of our news vehicles at about 2 this afternoon. That's right, and when the internal temperature of the car reached about 130 degrees, they started baking. And the pan was actually warmer, 160 degrees for that pan. The cookies they were soft in the middle, just like I like them. Crispy on the edges. Yeah, I really enjoyed them. I like my things a little bit under-baked if I'm going to have baked goods. That's me scraping one off the pan right there. I had to get the last bit of chocolate. But yeah, I think they were good. And Scott, I hear that tomorrow we might get another chance if you put them in the car early enough to bake some more cookies. Sugar cookies tomorrow. Ooh, if you missed that opportunity today to bake some cookies out there, yes, I think that we'll be able to pretty much repeat this level of heat for our Wednesday. So get ready for that as we review some of the high temperatures across Siouxland today. You can see that we were able to hit between 90 and 95 for most Siouxland sites, 94 in Sioux City, 95 degrees in Yankton, and surging up to 99 in O'Neill, 98 degrees in Spencer. So before we wrap up tonight at 6, an update on a story we brought you earlier in the newscast. We now have a live image from Royal, Iowa, where earlier this afternoon, as you can see here, a grain bin at the Ag Partners facility apparently exploded there. That was about 4 o'clock this afternoon. That's right. It was in the small Clay County community of Royal. So far, no word of any injuries, but witnesses did tell a local radio station the explosion could be felt throughout the downtown area. We do have a news crew there, as you can see live on the screen. We will bring you more on this coming up at 10 o'clock tonight. Again, no word on what caused it, but fortunately no word of injuries. And a quick look at our weather. Right, a low temperature tonight of about 70 degrees, staying warm outside with a mostly clear sky. And tomorrow we're on track for some similar weather, a high of 96, sunny skies. A cool down finally comes our way this weekend. All right, Scott, thanks much, and thank you for being with us tonight at 6. Join us again at 10. Have a great night.